Hey, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Courtney.
We're exploring our past
Looking forward to our future,
and living for the present, all
all while
while
learning
how
how
to
to
live
live
magic.
magically.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it going?
good. I'm sad we didn't get to talk last week, but
I
looking
know.
forward to today.
I know it. What do we
What's
have to
up?
on?
Everything. What do you mean? Should we start with the most? Should we go in hierarchical order?
Okay, so Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. What I'm going to continue to call the Dead Poets Society, but it's the Tortured Poets Department,
Yes.
right?
It's gonna take it's gonna take me like a while to grasp that one. Like we're always
It's
on
long.
we have one word titles, and now we're going for this.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack too, which is wild because she's literally told us so little, but so much.
I feel like I honestly don't know where I have really no thoughts on this because I feel like I'm still like speechless over this. I have like
Yes.
I don't really know anything
Yeah.
or what to feel.
I mean, I definitely feel excited.
Well, duh.
But yeah, there's a lot. And also all right, let's just get into some of the talking points.
Okay.
So number one, it's filed under synth pop. What is that? And is that a new genre?
Well, if there's somebody to make a genre, it would be her.
Agree.
So that
Um,
I think it's gonna be like a Midnight's meets Evermore vibe.
which I live for because those are
Yes.
my two faves.
Yes.
Give the people what they want.
But the lyrics are gonna be like reputation mess you up.
Yeah, agree. A lot of people on the web are saying that track five is going to be the track five to end all track fives.
Like Joe better never come out of hiding.
Never. That poor man. I mean, he deserves it. Whatever he gets is coming to him. But
Sort of feel bad.
yeah, I do too because I feel like it's going to be bad.
I also wonder if so Travis came out and said that he has heard some of the songs.
Yeah.
And do you think he we're not wishing that they ever break up, obviously. I'm just saying how shit happens, you know?
Right.
So do you think he's listening to these damn, I better be on my best behavior for the rest of my life?
Yes. Yeah. I have actually a lot of feelings on that too. What you're saying, but also I don't know if I would ever sit down with my husband and read my journal about my exes.
Agreed. I also had that thought as well.
That's gotta be intense. And also like you're saying, number one, I better be on my best behavior, but also damn, who hurt you?
Yeah. But then I
Yikes.
also think if they can just sit there and really listen to those and be in it, then they must have a really healthy relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know. I'm trying to see the positives here, but I mean, wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow,
Anywho,
indeed. I what's your most interesting track title?
Fortnite.
Yeah? Do you think it's about the game?
No, absolutely not, because it's not spelled like the game.
I mean, I feel like that would be a copyright infringement issue.
But it's
But
not the game. Come on.
well, allegedly, I read too many things on the internet, and I, admittedly was not part of the relationship between Taylor and Joe, so I don't know if this is true or not. But apparently, he was unemployed and played a lot of Fortnite.
Okay, I don't know about that. And I don't know how we know about that. Sometimes I read things on the internet and I'm like, we can't believe all of that, guys.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I'm just kidding. That's not my number one. I'm very curious about But Daddy, I Love Him, obviously.
Me too.
Like a Disney adult. And
Yes.
I'm very curious about that. And we know that she's a Little Mermaid fan because she dressed up as her for Halloween once, sort of
Yeah.
recently. I mean, they all look good.
Yeah. I want to know about the Florida with 3 exclamation points.
I also have questions about that one. Yeah.
Like,
I
please be good. Please don't hate on Florida.
well with her, I don't want to get it into it on the pod, but with her political views
Yeah.
in first Florida, I don't know.
Yeah. But like, is it
This-
political? Is it somebody
I don't
mentioned that that was like the first show she did after she broke up with Joe was in Florida. So like, is it related to that? Is it just like, what is it?
yeah, I have no idea. I truly don't even know what to make of any of it.
I don't either. No idea. No idea. And like, is LOML love of my life?
Is that Travis?
Maybe.
I don't think
And
any
like,
songs are about Travis because she
I
said
don't
that she
either.
worked on this for 2 years. So
Yeah. I think all, and that was very intentionally said.
yeah, because I think
Like, I think
everybody
that
wants
she
those.
was saying like, it's about Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. And of course, in one of the songs is what is it about London? Like by London or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about Joe.
For sure.
Yeah. And
Poor guy. I also still, I know we like had our little group chat going about this. But
shout out
I
to
need to
KG.
know, yeah, shout out to KG. Why was there a cassette released?
I feel like that's very like her vibe. I like old timey, you know.
I get that, but like, I feel like records
They
hold
make
their value
like
because they're like good music. They're like quality recording, right? Like better sound.
yeah, but also you can like go buy record players. Can we buy a cassette player?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it literally for posterity? Like, just to say you have it?
Well, if there's anybody that would buy that to just say that they had it, would be Swifties. So
Yeah, yeah. I thought you were gonna say it would be you, and you bought it.
I didn't buy it, but I did buy the record, and then I bought like the collector's edition situation.
Oh, of course.
Duh. But yeah, I didn't buy
What
the
a,
no.
what a wild ride.
I know.
I would also love to know your hot take on her look at the Grammys.
I don't know if I have it. I mean, I thought she looked stunning.
Oh, it was like not my favorite look for her at all.
I mean, it was my favorite look for her, but like compared to other people's looks, I thought
You liked it?
I liked it. There's really nothing Taylor can do that I'm like that was
Yeah,
wrong. I
I
defend.
agree. Yeah, it's hard to like find problems with her
But
in
I
any
also
way.
was so set on like I was like she shouldn't show up in
In
black
black. Yeah.
with snake skin. Like there was no doubt in my mind that Reputation Taylor's version was coming out the night of the Grammys.
Yeah.
I was like standing true to that. So when
Yeah.
she showed up in the white dress, I was like, what is this? Oh my
Yeah.
God. So
It
I don't
was
know if I like have a take because I was so like shook over it.
yeah, a lot to I mean, she's a mastermind, but like it was a
Yeah,
lot
really.
to process. Like looking back now, well, I posted before she even showed up about the red herring thing, which I thought was
Yeah.
fascinating. Because she did really like totally lead us all down the wrong path.
Yeah.
But also the error message on her website was uh what's the album called? Tortured Post Department. It was TPD 123.
Yeah.
So like she told us.
She
We
literally
just
told
didn't
us. But
we didn't
obviously,
know what it meant.
well, I even said I joked to my brother because he
Yeah.
said we had all these theories, and I was like, what if she just like drops a new album? But I was like, truly joking. She's
Yeah,
on
of course.
of like the biggest tour in the history of ever. She's busy
Yeah.
at football games every Sunday. Like, where does this girl have time to be making a whole album?
I totally agree. It blows my mind. And like also makes me feel like I should be doing more with my life because
I know that there was this like meme going around. I think you posted it too about like
yeah.
Taylor Swift's on middle of a world tour and dropping a new album, and I can't even wash and fold my own laundry. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Like how is
feel
this
that
happening?
true to my core. Yeah,
She,
I'm very
yeah,
excited. And I'm excited
she's
that
amazing.
it seems far away, but we know that like April 19th is going to be here in like a blink. So,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
agree.
okay, are we going to get a single before the album or just she's just going to drop the whole album?
So historically, does that happen with her?
I don't think we did for Midnights, but other albums we have.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one.
I feel like that hasn't happened in a while, but I would like that.
Yeah. Well, and like give people a taste of what it is going to be like, what the
Yeah.
sound vibe is.
Yeah, prep us before it just drops because that one time she just like dropped folklore and we all listened and it was like, what is this?
Yeah. Well, so different, such a
Yeah.
departure for her.
So I need a little sneak peek.
Yeah, me too. But I'm like amped. I'm so amped.
I know, and it's right after your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. I'm so
So
excited.
very exciting stuff.
And today we are recording on Tuesday. And
Hmm.
do you know what happens tonight?
Should I know what's happening tonight?
Yeah, Tokyo starts again.
Oh my gosh.
We are on tour.
It's tonight though, but what time is that here?
I don't know. I saw like one of the accounts that I follow say she's gonna like get up at midnight to like start the stream or something. Taylor, allegedly, there's like no opening act for Tokyo, or like no
Oh,
announced opening act. So like she will hit the stage earlier than normal.
I was just wondering what
So
time in like live stream on TikTok.
yeah, I read midnight, but I don't know if that's right.
I don't think that's true because I thought it was like a whole
Right, like a million hours apart.
yeah, because that's why
Me
she
too.
can make it to the Super Bowl.
We'll look it up. We'll figure it
Okay.
out. We
Anywho,
got time.
what else non-Taylor is going on?
Yeah, I have like a surprise announcement.
Oh my God. What?
I know it's not like an announcement, but something new I've been doing with my time. So
Do
I
tell.
know, I know. I have been playing with preschoolers.
Okay, you kind of mentioned this
Yeah.
the
So I
other day in
like,
text and I like didn't even question it. I don't tell me
why
more.
would you? Right. So I started with my church, just like helping on Sundays, like for the earlier service, like watching kids, hanging out with kids, whatever. And then they like offered me, it's like very minimal, like 15 hours a week, but different opportunities, like paid, yay, to work with kids. So there's like a MOPS group, like mothers of preschoolers.
Okay.
And it's like 4 hours long on Fridays, and the moms like get together and do like a craft. Like this Friday, they like planted their own potted plants and like ate cake. And the kids are like babysat during that time, right? So we like took them to the playground and then we like
So
just hung
fun.
out. And so fun. And like being the competitive biatch I am, I like love that all the kids want to hang out with me and like make it my mission to be like the coolest adult. So we were like playing kitchen and like I had one in the kitchen being the chef. I was like the customer. One like brought me the menu and I
Oh my
made them like
God.
read me the menu. One was like doing the dishes. And then like another cohort was playing doctor. So like one side of my body was like taking food, eating it, whatever. The other side was like getting my arm x-rayed and bandaged. It was great. It was a total
Wow.
success. And like my true hallmark of winning was that this one little girl, when her mom dropped her off, she was like crying and upset. And then when her mom picked her up, she was like, I want to play with Miss Courtney. And I was like, yeah.
Wow, I love that for you.
Yeah. So it's been really
Talk about
fun.
a full circle. We went from beginning of the pod, you were like hanging out with the elderly, and now you're hanging out with preschoolers.
I know. I know. I run the gamut.
Yeah.
It's what my degree's in. So, I mean, like human development. So, like all
Right.
life stages. But yeah, it's been really interesting to explore all ages of people.
And you love it?
I love it.
Great. I love that for
Super
you.
fun. And it's like also right up my alley because it's super low commitment. Like they're paying me literally nothing. So they said outright, like, if you want to take a nap and not come in that day, don't come. Like, if you, whatever, we don't care. And they're like super overstaffed too. Like, I was in a room with 8 kids and there were 4 adults.
So yeah, you're there. It's like something to get you out of the house and like something different and
yes,
you occupied. It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. It is a hobby for sure. And like super fun. And it helps me. I'm just like finding structure back in my day, which is so important. So
absolutely, for sure. Oh, that's
so surprise.
I love that for you.
Thank you. We also need to talk about KG because she got like magically, mystically accepted into the Boston Marathon.
Pure insanity. Go her.
Go her.
Crap Bowley. Like, wow.
It's the whole thing to me is amazing. I admittedly don't know a lot about running outside of Run Disney, like how races work and stuff, but she has to fundraise for hers, and it's like not a little amount. It's like $8,000.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's like it is $8,000. So we are going to figure out some sort of fundraiser, fun way to help her out. For sure, we have to virtually cheer her on because I'm going to try to go cheer her on because that's sort of local to me. I just can't even believe it. Go her. Yeah, I'm so impressed. She's amazing. I've talked to her before, and I'm pretty sure she told me that she wasn't going to try to do the Boston. So I am surprised, just like knowing her, not to like get into it, but her past history with the Boston Marathon, like which I think is just full circle, and it makes me even more like proud of her. Yeah, she is superhuman. I mean, like truly an inspiration. Yeah. Did you? And she's we don't need to go listen to her podcast to get to know her more, but her last half marathon in Disneyland, listening to her podcast about it made me like truly emotional. Yeah. Yes. She said it was like the hardest run of her life. She just powers through and like will not let anything stop her. And I know that that's going to be her mindset going into Boston as well. So yeah. And I love that. I think that's like super inspirational too, because she is one of the few runners that I follow that admits, of course, to like the physical pursuit of running and like that you need to train and that running is hard and it can be hard on your body and all of that. But she also like really is very honest about the mental part of running and like how you like hit a wall and like there are a lot more mental challenges than physical challenges in my opinion to running, unless you're like trying to run a 6-minute mile. Like, completely agree. Yeah, she does it. So for me, I just think she's like the most relatable runner. Yes. Yeah, like there's 100%. Some accounts that you can follow that are runners and it's almost, it like deters you away from running because you're like, you know that you'll never be them. But for me, it's like I can relate to KG and she makes me want to, get on my tread because if she can do it, then I can do it. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Go listen to KG, living the KG life. She's on all streaming platforms and we love her. We do love her. And we found her like because of the pod. Like we were not friends beforehand. And we just have to give a shout out to her because the whole Grammys night, we had a group chat, the 3 of us, like, it's just awesome. And it's a friendship really, really cherished. So love you, KG. Love you, KG. All right. We also need to talk about the new Pixar Place Hotel. I know nothing about it other than that. So that's what I got. But do you know it opened? No. What? There's a new hotel in Disneyland. Yeah. So is it a new hotel or was I know nothing. Yeah, I don't either. Is it a new hotel or was it renovated? Yeah, I think it might be a rebrand from Paradise Pier. I don't know, but I thought Paradise Pier was like the land and the park. You're right. So Paradise, whatever. Okay. There used to be a hotel. Now there's a new hotel. I like it because it's super themed. They have like a lot of really cool details, like the lights
next to the bed are like bug butts, like lightning bugs.
Oh, so cute. I guess I
So
need to
cute.
look. Okay, you should have given me the heads up here.
Sorry. Yeah, look it up. It's great. Molly from Mammoth Club went, so that's where I saw like a lot of
Oh,
pictures.
okay.
But really cool stuff. They have like Luxo lamps, like the Pixar lamp
Yeah,
in the rooms. Missed opportunity that they're not for sale, but
for
cute
sure.
stuff.
Love that. I'll have to look this up. Noted.
Yeah.
Great.
That's really all I have so far. What about you?
I have like nothing.
Nothing? I find that hard to believe. What are your plans for the Super Bowl?
We're having a couple friends over at Reed and Ange, obviously, and then we have other friends that we like never hang out with, but Kyle talks to all the time, and they have a baby that is like 3 weeks older than Brooks, so we're becoming best friends with them so that Brooks can have a
Great, great. Who
So
are they?
they actually, you know how hard it is to make adult friends.
Yes.
They live next door to Reed and Ange, and Reed started talking to him. They're the same age as us, and started talking to him, and then they go golfing together, and like Kyle, Reed, and him have a group chat, and they're literally, you would look at them and be like, oh yeah, they would hang out with them. It's pretty crazy. I don't. It's not crazy.
Amazing.
People make friends. It's just like wild to me that we can make a friend. I don't know. So that was really off track. So we're doing that. Actually, Ange and I were just talking about it, about like what we should do for food for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And like, do I go full out and do a whole
Yes.
Taylor Swift themed spread?
Oh, a Taylor Swift. See, but that's rough because your crowd isn't a Swiftie crowd. Like Ange isn't really a Swiftie, right?
She half is.
Okay. Okay. Like she wouldn't be like annoyed with a Swift theme.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay. Great. Great. We can keep her. No.
Yeah. God no. She would be disappointed if I didn't do it, honestly.
Good. Okay.
But I don't know if I have it in me, but we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, you were making like cheeseburger spring rolls last week. I feel like that's an intense amount of work for no reason.
What do you mean no reason?
Bowl. Like this is the Super Bowl. It's like an event. You just like made those on a casual Wednesday.
No, I made them on a casual Sunday for football food. It's what I did.
How many people came over for casual Sunday football?
That one was only Kyle and I.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We gotta eat. I gotta make food.
Right, but like that's like an intense food. You basically made like roll up pies. Like
it was like so easy.
Involved. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Maybe I have like a lot of anxiety, like an unreasonable amount of anxiety about rolling burritos because like I don't know how to make them fit.
That's fair, but you have to like for the spring rolls. Well, one, I use like egg roll wrappers, so they are bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like put not a whole lot of cheeseburger stuff in it to make sure I could roll it right.
And it worked. It was fine.
It worked, yeah. And the tip is like for egg roll or wrappers is you like wet it a little bit to seal it, so then they stay. I don't know.
And you bought like pre-made ones, right?
Yeah, I didn't make their egg roll wrappers. Settle down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know.
No. So I don't know. We'll see about the Super Bowl. Kyle's working, but we're still having people over. It's why it's not going to be like this like crazy thing. And so I don't know how much do I commit, but we'll see.
I have a sneaking suspicion that you're gonna go all out, but
I know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Nothing else has been going on with you?
No, we had our wedding anniversary, so that
yes.
We went to the Boston Aquarium yesterday.
Yeah,
that was fun. Except for
with who?
With Brooks, my child.
Oh. No, I spoke over you, so I didn't hear it. Just Brooks?
Kyle, me.
Yeah.
Just us. And it's like nice, and it was just like something that we could do, but the aquarium at Epcot is truly 10 times better than the Boston Aquarium. And you can the Epcot one with your ticket. So like, I don't know, but it was something fun that we could do. And he like actually like can see the fish rather than there's not a whole lot other things you can do with a 2.5-month-old. So
Right.
that was fun.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, you like went to Boston.
Yeah. Well, it's like an hour from us. Oh,
Yeah,
and on the way
but
home, we stopped and I got 8 pints of ice cream from the ice cream place that I really like.
what's it called?
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Yep.
That's
I
so
brought
good.
I brought my like, my cooler bag with ice
Of
packs to
course.
bring home $90 worth of ice cream.
Of course. As one does.
Yeah. It's totally normal stuff.
Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
That's really all I got. I
That's
think.
good. I mean, that's a lot.
I'll think of something when we get off the pod.
Yeah, that's how it
You
always
know?
works.
Yeah.
How's baby's sleep been?
Oh my God, he's an angel baby.
Good.
He sleeps from 9 to 7.
Like at night, 9
Yeah.
p.m. to 7 a.m.
10,
Wow.
10 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could
pretty
be so lucky. I would love to sleep from 9 to 7.
Same.
It's like a dream.
Yeah. And
Good.
he's sleeping right now, so prayers up that we can get through this before he wakes up.
I believe in him.
All right. So, anything else before we jump into what we're supposed to be talking about?
No, I'm ready.
All right. Today we're doing Hollywood Studios in 20 years.
Yes.
I'm hoping that you came prepared with the list of.
I sure did.
Okay, great.
My beginning commentary on this issue would be that I know over the last 2 episodes we've like missed a couple of, especially the MK one, a couple of like attractions or things. And so I like really tried like really hard this time to get them all. And I learned that the MDX app, the My Disney Experience app, or the one you use when you're in the parks, is like wonderful and great, and I love it, and I have nothing bad to say about it, except when there's like a wait time button, and you can search like by park, and then you can get like a list. So you can click like Hollywood Studios, show me the list. So I was like, this is a Disney official list. They're not going to miss anything, right? Like they're all going to be there. Okay. None of the stage shows are in there.
Remember, we used the app one time to do a different episode. I forget what we were talking about, but there was a bunch of stuff missing.
Yeah. And so I find that to be, I mean, our park experiences are so unique in the way we do parks, and the frequency is like different, and we know our way around and all the things. But like, if I was depending on that app to plan my vacation, I would be like stressed out when I showed up to Hollywood Studios and there are like 4 big ticket like things that they don't even tell me about.
If you use Genie Plus, I bet it does put it in for you because it'll put in because it like literally gives you an itinerary of your day, right? So
maybe. Oh, whoa. Confetti.
Whoa. Do it again.
I
know. You can't do it.
Why is it not working for me?
Anyway. Oh man.
Wow.
Okay.
We have a problem. If you're not watching this on YouTube, we are messing with the Apple reactions.
I will never get over.
Yeah, we just got balloons and confetti. It was great. Why is mine not as good? There we go. Good.
Okay. But I bet if you use Genie Plus, it like makes a day out for you. So it'll probably put in the times to the shows, but I don't know.
I would hope.
I really hope.
It was shocking to me because number one, they're big attractions, but also on the list does include like all the meet and greets.
You're right.
So like, why are we not including Frozen Sing Along, which is like a huge thing, or like Indiana Jones,
right?
Like,
and they're time specific,
right? So
but
like,
I think you have to go to a different selection, and it's under like shows.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
because I get that there aren't like wait time. It doesn't make sense. They're not like wait time things.
But I do think they should be in the same section, or like you don't think about it, and then you can like see.
Yeah.
the times.
Yeah, wild to
All right.
me. So that I just wanted to put that out there. If you're planning a trip, do like extensive research, which you already
Yeah,
probably are doing, but
fair.
just do more. Okay. Another interesting thing that I found is that can you name any opening day attractions for this park?
Tower of Terror.
No.
Then I got nothing
Yeah, nothing. None. Zero.
because it's all gone.
It's all gone.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I thought that was wild.
I kind of feel like, well, no. It's like a
Yeah.
confused park. I mean, it's fully got its name changed.
Well, what, to Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to change its name again because there are, in my opinion, are like very few to no references to movie production anymore.
Yeah, it's Star
Like
Wars.
the Great Movie Ride is gone.
Right.
The Backlot Express tour is gone, or whatever. I think that's a restaurant. The Backlot tour, whatever it's called.
We all know what you're talking about.
Like things about production. I mean, even like the lights, motors, action, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was like about film production, right? They like showed how stunt cars work and stuff.
Yeah,
now
really,
it's just like IP.
Yeah, it really isn't a studios anymore.
Yeah, and it's great. Like no complaints. Just like needs a different name.
I agree.
So I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do it, but
no opening day.
Yeah, nothing. And also, do you have any suggestions for what you would name that park if you had to rename it?
No.
I know I don't either. Like Star Wars and other things.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but I didn't want to offend people.
Star Wars and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first attraction on my list is Muppet Vision.
All right. So also, I assume this is on your. You posted in our group to get opinions on this.
Yes.
Were we going to discuss that now or later, or during?
I'm just gonna I'll throw in some comments that people made while we hit them up.
Okay, so this one had like mixed reviews in the Facebook group when I was reading, which I found interesting. If we're gonna keep Muppets, it needs a new show. I'm sorry, it needs a new show. It needs to be updated.
Yeah, I could see that.
The area needs a full, like, it's so out of place now.
See, that comment was really interesting to me. I agree that it's out of place. It's completely out of place as far as location in the park. However, it's like pretty new. I mean, like Pizza Rizzo is all new. I mean, I know it was Pizza Planet, but they like just renovated it. We have like the nice cobblestone streets and the fountain, the bathroom, Gonzo's Royal Flush. That's new. We love a new bathroom.
Okay.
Muppet Vision just got new seating, brand new seating, beautiful new chairs in there. So that's like upgraded. It's not like it's like dated. I mean,
no,
it's not like there's like dust around, you know?
No, you're right. It just feels so like, I feel like it's just like the forgotten land.
Totally. It's a big space with like not a lot to offer.
Maybe that's what I mean.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think Muppets is going to stay. I think there's always going to be something Muppet related, perhaps. But I think the show itself, it's so old. It needs to be updated.
Yeah. The film, you mean? Like the...
Yeah.
It's dated. I still think it's hilarious, but I think it's nostalgic. So yeah.
But I don't think in 20 years it's going to hit the same.
Yeah, I get that.
But I also, like, if you have Muppets, the land.
Yeah.
What's on the other side? Like, if you were to walk through, like, there's nothing there right now. Would that hit Star Wars, or is that empty space that could be built?
That's a good question. I don't have a map in front of me, like a real map, but I seem to remember. Do you remember like the iconic summer that was Frozen Fever summer at studios when they had like indoor ice skating and the special fireworks? And
that was over there.
They had over there. No, the ice skating was in the back. But then over on the left was like the original something. I think it was like a Frozen show or some kind of Frozen something over in that area.
Oh,
And I've never seen anything there since. I
yeah.
think it was like one of the dead ends of the streets of America, like RIP Osborne
All right.
Lights. I think it was like one of the end areas of that. So I don't know if there's space over there or like what. I know you don't connect to Star Wars for sure.
That's why I was just
But
thinking in 20 years, I could see that getting built out personally.
yeah, if there's land, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I agree. Also, we know from our previous episodes there are a lot of theater opportunities that are being wasted, such
Yeah,
as that weird Awesome Planet movie in Epcot, and also the short film festival in Epcot. So
yes,
like they could easily just like move that show, the movie thing, to like another place. Not that I'm saying Muppets fits in Epcot, but it's
yes.
another place, and like totally gut and rebrand that land.
But even if they could leave that little tiny section, because it is a little tiny section, then you like walk through to it to get to another land, perhaps. But I don't know.
True. But like I mean, popularity like ebbs and flows, right? But could you imagine if they used that space for like the world's smallest frozen land?
But
Like
would they
people
really
would
do?
lose it. I don't know. I'm just saying like better use of space. If we're gonna like demolish and restart,
No, I agree. But they already
like
have Frozen at Epcot, is my thought. But I guess they do have Frozen at studios, but it's different.
yeah, that's another like big theater space that constantly gets repurposed.
Right. All
So you
right.
think it's gonna stay or you think it's gonna leave?
I have mixed feelings because I myself isn't I'm not like a Muppets gal. Like that's not something that is like my favorite.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I don't know if it's going to age well.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't think anybody, even like cult figment people, which I consider myself a part of, are like buying a ticket to studios to go to Muppet Vision.
Well, look at the wait times. That'll tell you right
Right.
there.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Just thought.
Okay. Speaking of the next one, Frozen sing along.
Okay, I've been thinking about this one, and I feel like I guess when Frozen Sing Along first got put in, I thought it was temporary.
Me too.
And then I mean they did so well with it, and it's
Yeah.
hilarious every time you go. But do I think it's gonna be there in 20 years? No.
Same. I totally agree with that. I can remember
It's
when it was the American Idol experience.
yeah, exactly. Like
So
I thought it was just a filler space, and then it ended up being really popular. Do I think there's going to be something Frozen, more Frozen than just like Frozen Ever After in Epcot? I could see that happening, like getting something like maybe Frozen getting its whole like land, like you said, but I don't think the sing along is staying. I actually think that's probably leaving sooner than we all think.
yeah, I mean, I don't have any good ideas for what they will put in there instead, but it's just big open theater space. So like they could put anything in there.
Correct.
I think it was more of like a good test case to demonstrate that the power of like two equity actors, like two funny people on stage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what, I mean, everybody loves Frozen music, of course, but like that show, the least important part is the Frozen part.
And it's still all about the first movie. Like second movie gets no
Right.
parks.
Right.
I'll
Right.
belt out show yourself in the theater.
I mean, we do have a show yourself moment in Fantasmic,
Oh
I
yeah,
will
you're
say, which
and
is pretty great.
they are in Frozen 2 outfits now, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think they are in Epcot.
I believe it.
Anyways,
Yeah. So
I think that's leaving like way sooner than 20 years.
yeah, I agree. Okay. Here's a curveball one that also didn't show up on the app. Disney Junior Play and Dance.
Okay, that's another placeholder situation. It's just in a building that they overlaid Disney Plus and or Disney Junior and threw in a show.
I agree. However, I just have a lot of questions about I think that area is called the animation courtyard, like in as a whole.
Yeah.
And I don't like it does not compute for me. I mean, they took, and we'll get there to the launch bay. They took the animation academy, turned it into the launch bay. I feel that we'll get there. And then there's the Little Mermaid stage show, which they just announced they're reviving.
Yeah.
So my thought process that that was going to be converted to like a whole new section is gone.
But that whole section currently is it's half-assed.
That's what I'm saying. It's so random. We have like Disney Junior, we have Star Wars, and then we have the Little Mermaid. Like,
And I know you keep
what?
saying we're there, but I'm just gonna go there. The Star Wars thing,
Yeah,
it makes absolutely no sense. You can't, if you're gonna have a whole land dedicated to
yeah,
Star Wars, why does it also have to be scattered all over the park?
yeah. I think it made a lot of sense when they were building, like,
Yeah,
because
sure.
there was an unmet need, right? Like,
Yes.
people were into Star Wars, and so it did a lot. But like, it's done now. We're done.
It's done now, and now we have a whole land, and then you also have
Yeah,
Star Wars on one side, and now you have Launch Bay. It's just
yeah.
like silly to me.
Me too. It very much felt like a vacation preview center where you like went and got excited and like hyped up for the future that what was to come.
Yeah.
And we all did. I mean, you didn't, but like the Star Wars people did get hyped and like
Yeah.
excited and whatever. But like now it's done its job.
So replace it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just so bizarre to me that that's even a thing.
I agree. And I hope, I mean, obviously they're not stupid. Like so much credit to Imagineers, but like they must have thought through meet and greet because really that building, all it does in functionality now is host meet and greets.
Yeah.
So like I'm sure there are spots in Galaxy's Edge that could accommodate a meet and greet.
There's got to be.
Yeah. So ready for that to go.
But the Disney Junior thing, I
yeah.
Now that I have a kid, not that he like watches TV yet, but I like that there is a kid, like a Disney Junior dedicated area.
Me too.
But I think it could be so much more than just like the dance show or whatever it is inside a building.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't even know if they're still there, but I know that at one point there were like little vignettes where you could meet like Doc McStuffins and I think Sophia the First and
but also they were very, very half-assed. It was just a backdrop and then them in front of it.
Right. Which is like cute, but yeah, I feel like a lot could be done.
Have like Olaf has his own little beach building.
Right.
Themed room.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, same page. I feel like that's going to be gutted and changed.
And like soon.
It better be. But like I don't ever hear any announcements about it, so I don't know.
You're right. I don't know.
The next thing is the launch bay, which we just kind of covered. It was cool while it lasted. The one thing I will say is I feel like in general, the old films, like the original Star Wars saga, is more accurately depicted in Launch Bay than it is. I mean, I know we have the Millennium Falcon and stuff, but like you don't see a lot of old Star Wars in the Galaxy's Edge. It's a lot of like the more current. I mean, we have like Kylo Ren's ship and like it's more like obviously, Rey walks around.
This means like nothing to me, but like you said, there's got to be space in that area to put Launch Bay Entertainment over in Star Wars land.
Yeah, I believe it.
Or Galaxy.
I totally believe it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll happen.
Weird.
Also, I went to Oga's on Friday, and that's like the Star Wars bar. Yeah. And it was cute, but I mean, I've been there a million times, but it was really cool that like all of a sudden the stormtroopers came inside and started like checking people. Like, are you a good guy or a bad guy? And like, can you be here? Which was cool. You know, like imagine if Elsa walked in and like started asking you about your dinner, you'd be like, so
really cool. I mean, Star Wars Land is like next level interactive. It's awesome.
Agree. And I think I mentioned it on the last episode, but the Play app, I just downloaded it. I don't know why it took me so long, but it has like some really cool stuff, especially in Galaxy's Edge. Like it has you can like it shows you like walk up to this weird cryptic wall thing in Galaxy's Edge, and then your phone will like send a signal or something, and it'll be like beep boop bop on the wall, and then like yeah, it's like a whole mission. So shout out to the Play app.
Really cool.
Yeah, and like something you can do without waiting in line, which I'm always here for.
Right.
Okay. Vacation Fun, the animated short with Mickey and Minnie.
That also to me is a placeholder, but
yes.
I mean, I guess it goes along now with like Mickey's and Minnie's Railway, but
yeah, but it's not in the right place to do that.
Yeah, it's like over in a different. It's a placeholder to me.
Me too. It has been like they've had other things in there in the past. So another big open theater waiting for renovation.
Correct.
Okay. This one also threw me for a loop, and I can't wait to hear your opinion. Walt Disney Presents. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's another theater. With the show.
I always thought it was called One Man's Dream.
Oh, you're right.
Like I don't know why I forget or like what happened in the time space continuum, but it's called Walt Disney Presents. And then I think the full title is like Walt Disney Presents One Man's Dream. And then somebody explained to me that perhaps the theory is like One Man's Dream is the film that's playing as default when they don't have like a preview of a newer show.
That makes sense.
So maybe that's it. But that area is wild. What? Go ahead.
One Man's Dream is fascinating. And it's a good watch. But I mean, I'm not going to watch it like all the time. I've already seen it. I think like the history, like it kind of is like a little museum in there, which is really cool. I do like that. But I also, I mean, it's gonna get old, but it's also weird that they just throw in like random meet and greets in that building. Like you can walk through and see like all this history about Walt, and then like go meet Sully in the back corner. Like I don't really get it, but
I totally agree. I don't get it at all. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I love the museum. I love the history. I love that they keep it current. So they have like a model of the newest cruise ship on display and like a little history about that. But they also have like original footage of Walt explaining the big square of dirt in Florida and how it's going to be Disney World. So
I love all of that. And if they ever do anything with that area, because I do think that area could be so much more than what it is, but they need to relocate everything they have in there, because I do think it's really awesome.
I agree. And like much to the same effect that oh my gosh, I'm blanking. The aquarium at Epcot is like a wonderful added bonus feature. I think that the museum element of that is like a wonderful added bonus feature. Like maybe it's not a ride or whatever, or like entertainment, but it's like a very important thing.
Stuff. Yes, agreed.
Yeah. Speaking of that area, I also don't know or don't remember what's there, but I would love to know. When you walk, if you're like walking in studios and One Man's Dream, Walt Disney Presents, is on your right.
Right.
Then you go like an inch further and there's like a baby Joffrey's on the left. And you can get the Jack cookie there too, like nearby. And then there's like directly in front of you, there are like gates and nothingness. And that used to be where you would get on Midway Mania.
So that right now is incredible stuff.
But it's blocked off. You can't like go over there.
Sometimes, well, no, I think there's like the gates are open and then you walk, there's still a little walkway and then gates are closed. And in that walkway is like walls of incredible stuff.
But like
it's just photo ops, and I think sometimes they meet over there.
Really?
Yeah.
See that I have always, I mean, recently anyway, I've only seen like gates closed, like hard stop at the same line as like the bathrooms. So
Either way,
like,
I think it's half-assed.
well, and yeah, there used to be like those glass rooms on the left where you could meet like Woody and
Yeah,
Buzz. And
no,
then on the right was the entrance to Midway Mania.
they slapped Incredibles wallpaper on the brick building, and you can meet and greet there now.
I need to pay more attention because I have never seen that.
I just don't really. I don't. This conversation's kind of making me question Hollywood studios because I love Hollywood studios, but
I
now
know.
what's going on?
Yeah,
All
it's
their focus was like on Star Wars or Galaxy's Edge, which is incredible, but they like kind of lost the rest of the park in the making.
well, and Toy Story
And
Land.
Toy, yeah,
Is that the official name of that Toy Story Land?
yeah.
Yeah, it's that place is also like truly incredible.
Oh,
But
but
the rest of the park is confused. It's super small, yeah. But I'm
love
pretty defensive of that area. I feel like they fit a lot into a small space.
agreed, and it's like, and yeah, and it's all so well done.
Yeah, so well done. Like top to bottom. So good.
Yes.
Okay. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
I feel like I'm truly just sitting here repeating myself.
I know.
I think that was a placeholder.
I do too. And in fact, that building that it's in, for a long time was like considered backstage, I believe. And like off, I don't know if it was like a studio, like a functional studio building of some sort, but I remember like maybe, I don't know, 8 years ago now, Kate and Fred, our friends, got us tickets to a villains event there. And it was awesome, but it was like dining tables, and then you could meet like the Queen of Hearts and Maleficent and whatever. And they had like cocktails and food and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like a big open room.
Yeah.
And now they have McQueen in there.
I could see like more Cars stuff coming, but that is a placeholder.
I agree. I also would love to talk to an Imagineer, hint, hint, I hope you're listening, about the cost and thought process behind McQueen himself, because like he's pretty cool.
He is really cool. And now that I am thinking about it, I mean, the screen in there is massive. It's like goes all around. So I mean, they did really well with it. I just don't think it ever put in as like a forever idea.
Yeah, I know. I agree exactly with what you're saying.
And it also, maybe we were just like not with it, but I feel like it just like popped up out of the blue. It was like, oh,
yes,
McQueen's Racing Academy is now open, and it was like, was that even discussed? It was just
yes. And like prior to that, there was like a dance party in there, some sort of like dance something. So yeah, that whole thing is like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
And why?
Yeah, exactly.
Not that cars don't need love.
No,
but
absolutely. But like when you go to Cars,
a little more. Yeah, right.
You go to Cars Land in Disneyland or California Adventure, and you're like, holy crap! And then you come to Hollywood Studios, and you got a room.
Right. Yeah, it's TBD on that, but I feel like something better is coming.
Absolutely agree.
I'm going all over the parks. I did it based on what the wait times were. So that's why they're in this weird order. But next would be Star Tours.
That also needs to go, or can be put in Galaxy's Edge, but I just think it needs to go. The ride itself is horrible. Don't at me.
Yeah. No, I agree. Somebody commented in our group, like, Star Tours, don't let the door hit you on the way out. And I was like, preach. Like,
and you have that, and then you can go ride. I mean, obviously, totally different wait times, but you have that, or like
Rise,
Falcon, or Rise. They're not in the same realm. Like, come on.
Agree. And it's a big spot.
Yeah.
Again, so like, give us something new. They can move that fabulous AT-AT to Galaxy's Edge, the big like dog looking thing. They can like move that because it's cool, but that ride could totally be replaced.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay. Done. The Beauty and the Beast stage show.
I love that. I think it's like so well done. Do I see it always like forever being Beauty and the Beast? Maybe not, but that like it's basically a full-blown theater over there. So
Yeah, yes.
that's gonna stay, and I could see it becoming a new stage show at some time.
Yeah, I would love to see it as a new show or even an updated show. I feel like the costumes in it are super, super
Outdated.
dated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mrs. Potts is like made out of foam, like
Yeah.
a big miss. It's just like wrong. The performers are great.
Right.
So that's real. I believe that's an equity stage. So it's like professional theater people that are putting on the show, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I've seen bigger crowds in there for like after hours events when they've done
Correct.
different music or different things. So yeah, I feel like that's just an opportunity in the making.
Agreed.
The next one is the Indiana Jones show, Epic Stunt Spectacular.
I do if we're talking 20 years, I think that's gonna go.
Yeah,
It's got to be one of the longest standing ride attractions in Hollywood studios right now as it is. So I just think it's outdated. And
agree.
I saw it when I was really, really, really young. So that's why I just don't see it surviving 20 more years.
Yeah, it's probably one of the last like functional film
Yeah,
related things because they do talk about like stunts and how movies are made and like stuff like that. So from that aspect, I think it's really cool. And I do think that the
agree.
performance aspect of it is really good.
Yeah,
But I also don't know people that are like coming out of the woodwork as diehard Indiana Jones fans.
that exactly.
Like people love the movie. That's not what I'm saying, but for the amount of space that it takes up, like
Yeah,
we could utilize that so much better.
1000%.
Okay, great. Uh, alien swirling saucers.
I think that whole area is going to stay. I mean, it's new,
New, yeah.
done so well. So, like, I'll just say it now. Like, we'll just knock out all three. Mania, Saucers, and Slinky Dog. They're going to be there in 20 years.
I think so too. They're
If
good.
I could see the land getting even bigger and then putting in some.
Yeah. It would be cool if we got just like a full Pixar expansion.
I would love that. Yeah, because they have
Yeah.
that Incredibles area. Oh my God, that would be great.
Yeah, Pixar is like solid. So much good stuff.
Yes.
Midway Mania, we actually just rode that on Friday and I loved it per usual. That ride has aged really well. Like if you compare it to like Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, for example,
Yes.
like Midway Mania is not new. It's been there, a while,
A long time.
and it is still really good. Like it's
And I
still
will,
hard.
yeah. And I'll still ride it every time I'm there.
Totally. Yeah,
It's,
and there's like more to learn every time you ride it. Like you could sit there and watch YouTube videos for hours about like
yeah.
cheat codes and way to get more points and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I love it. It fully engages me the entire time I'm on it.
Yep.
Which I think is really cool. I think they built it well in that there's like a good queue system.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The
I do
whole,
think it's
yeah,
weird to go like up and down stairs for like people who can't walk as well, but
me too. I don't understand that at all, but I'm sure there's a reason.
there must be. But I just find it
Yeah,
interesting.
I agree with that.
But I think all of
Um, I would love to know, do you have any insight on this? When it became Toy Story Mania and not Toy Story Midway Mania?
oh, I wouldn't have even noticed that.
There's no sign that says Midway anywhere. It's not listed as Midway in the app.
Oh, it's just me.
I was like, did I make that up? Like, did I insert the word Midway into
Midway?
the title of this ride?
There's no way.
Maybe it's like a Taylor Swift thing where it's just too wordy of a title and they truncated it. But
Yeah.
okay. Tower of Terror.
I think that's staying. It's an absolute classic. I was reading a comment in our group about, or maybe you said it, will
Yeah.
like the overhaul, like will it become Guardians? I don't think so. I think it's too much of a classic. But with that being said, to me, Guardians is better than Tower of Terror.
The
But
Disneyland Guardians, you're
the
saying.
Disneyland, which is the same exact ride essentially,
Yeah.
but I love it. So like Guardians Tower is so much better than Tower of Terror.
But it's literally the same.
Yeah, just like the theming is just it makes it so much more fun.
What's the like ultimate act that gets you dropped?
Well, you're like on the hunt for something and with like the raccoon guy in Guardians. I'm not even a Guardians fan and I love it.
Yeah. And what? You just like fall?
Yeah, it's like the same thing. But it's like
Is
the
it are
music,
you in like a broken elevator?
you're in a yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But you get a different song every time, just like our Guardians. You can get a
Hmm.
different song, and it's like it's not spooky. It's like you're laughing the whole time because it's fun.
Cool.
I don't know. It's just better.
Well,
But
I
I think it's staying the studios.
I do
As
too. There are a lot of like big time tower fans.
I mean, it's basically the icon of the park now because everything else
Yeah.
got so much.
Yeah. It's the icon of the park and it's people love like spooky. I mean, Universal Epic Universe that they're opening has like a whole monsters, like
Yeah,
OG monsters, like Frankenstein,
yeah.
Dracula section. So like people clearly love that stuff.
It's not my cup of tea, but
It's
yeah,
not mine either. I don't need to be scared. I get scared enough in real life.
yeah.
Um, okay, the next ride is Runaway Railway.
That's staying. It's new.
Definitely staying.
Yeah,
Yes. It's new. It's beautiful. So well done.
yeah. I love it. There's
Yeah,
no
I agree.
that would stay.
My text to an Imagineer of last week was we rode that and I said missed opportunity because you know how the he probably wants to shoot me every time I text him, but the in the opening scene, like the storyline is they're like going for a picnic and then like the pie flies into the train
Yeah.
whistle and then it like explodes and like
Yeah.
chaos ensues. I was like, why doesn't it smell like pie when that happens? Like
Burnt pie.
burnt pie. Wouldn't that be great? Better than Figment skunk. Like,
That
I'll
is
take it. So
higher.
that was my right. Yeah, I need a job. Hire me.
Yeah.
Um, okay, the next one, Millennium Falcon.
It's staying.
It's staying. It's a lot of people's like dream realized,
Yeah.
right? To be able to like fly the Millennium Falcon.
It's absolutely staying.
The queue, unbelievable. The queue is I actually enjoy the line more than the
I would
ride.
agree. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I don't care about the ride. I have to because of like my motion sickness. I literally have to just like close my eyes and I can only be the engineer, like the button pusher on the side. I like
I think that
cannot
ride's
look at the
great.
screen.
I mean, I'm not a Star Wars person. We all know that, but I think that ride's great. But then when you compare that ride though to like Rise, it's like they don't even compare. So it's like hard for
Agree.
me to say, but I do think it's staying.
It is wild to me that they were opened relatively the same time.
That's what gets me. Yeah.
Yeah, because the technology in Rise is like stupid. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay, we did Midway Mania, which is not Midway Mania. Rise,
Staying.
staying forever. Like,
Oh yeah.
will never die.
No. The whole park will be shut down before that's gone.
And it was so well done on so many levels, but one in particular is that you get a new experience every time you ride it.
Yeah, and it's like it's interactive. It's the longest ride ever.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
It has like thrill. Like I still legitimately, honestly, like scream my face off at the scary part, like the drop part.
Same.
And I know it's coming. And I also know it's not even really a drop. And I still like lose my shit.
I also like never remember what's gonna happen because it's like so long.
No.
It's awesome. So awesome.
And it's different every time. You like go
Yeah.
different ways.
It's so
So Yeah, it's such a great ride.
Yes.
Such a great ride. Like truly a pursuit of Imagineering. Um, we talked about Slinky. That's obviously staying.
Thing.
And the last thing isn't really a ride or whatever, but Fantasmic. What do you think about Fantasmic?
That's staying.
Yeah, I feel like they just updated it
And I
to
think
include like Moana and stuff.
and if anything, they'll just continue to update it like that. They can continue to add things. That's staying. It has its
Yeah, I
whole
think
own area.
yeah, its whole own island.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see it leaving. If we were talking about Disneyland, that might be a different discussion.
Yeah, because it takes up a weird spot.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like definitely a different situation. But for us, it's like the right place, it's the right stuff. It includes so many different characters and movie like storylines that there's something for everyone.
Yes. And I think it can
Um,
not I don't want to say easily because I'm not one to talk for them, but I think it can be easily they can add things like how they added
yeah.
Moana and yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it seems to be like well updated with the times. Like they keep it pretty current as far as like IP and new stuff released, but
Yeah.
also technology and like Aladdin is new and he like swings across
Yeah.
the mountain. That's awesome.
That's what
Moana walks on water. That's awesome.
you'll never get over that.
Yeah, me neither. So cool.
You
So
forgot
I forgot what?
a ride.
What ride?
Rock and roller coaster.
Oh, it must have been down when I was checking the list. Good memory, and also another very controversial one. So
That one is I think the ride itself could stay perhaps, although no, I think it's gone.
do you like it as a ride?
I do like it. I think it's okay, but it's like kind of crap compared to like new roller coasters. I
Are you
was
referring to like the theming or the actual like Space Mountain is like rickety to me. It's like a cool concept, but like literally the track itself like makes me want to barf.
I agree with you.
What about Rockin'? I've
Rockin's
never
like
ridden it.
worse because you'll get a concussion banging your head against the things. I at first I was gonna say it just needs a complete like different overlay. Like we're done with Aerosmith. But no, I think they need to make it a whole new coaster.
It would be cool to be like a Cars themed.
Oh, so cool. I was thinking that, but if you're going to make it like a upside down roller coaster and as much of a thrill ride as it is, I don't think that can be Cars.
True, because of like kids like Cars. Yeah, true.
Here's my idea of the week. It can be Zootopia.
Oh, love that.
You know when they go on their like adventure at some point and they're like going through the town and like running around?
Yes,
That that's what it is.
I love that. I'm here for that idea.
Thank you.
Great
Imagine.
work. You're hired.
Yeah, we both have jobs in Imagineering, if you ask me.
Yeah. I just want to be a consultant only. Call me for ideas,
Yeah,
pay
yeah,
me
yeah.
by the idea.
Correct.
Great.
I'm
Done.
not here to execute. I'm just here with the idea.
Right. Yeah, you guys figure it out. I don't know anything about legitimate engineering. I'm just more of the imagine part of
Yeah,
Imagineering.
the nears. Yeah.
Yeah. Of the nears.
Oh man, so good.
That park is nuts. I feel like I got a concussion thinking about that park and all of the confusion that exists there.
I'm disappointed now.
Yeah, especially for you who is not a Star Wars fan, that park is like really a bust.
But I love but it's weird because I do love the park. I love the vibe.
Right.
I just
Me
love
too.
in there and like the ambiance, but
Me too. Best Christmas
dang,
decorations ever.
it's just a little half-assed right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going through some growing pains.
Pains when you
Pains.
really dig deep in there.
Pains.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's like it's really mismatched. And then when you start thinking about restaurants, it's super mismatched. Like, why do we have a sci-fi cafe or whatever it's called? Sci-fi diner.
But you know what else in there? Because I was like, I've been thinking about obviously we're going on Brooke's first trip soon, and there's not a whole lot of stuff for him. Like,
No.
we can ride Mickey's I always
Railway.
I always forget Minnie, but Mickey and Minnie's Railway. We can ride that, but he can't ride anything in Star Wars. He can, I think he can sit with us for Toy Story Mania, but he can't do saucers or
No,
Slinky.
Slinky.
He can't. I mean, we can go to Cars because it's just I guess any of the shows he can sit and do,
Right.
but like actual rides, there isn't really anything for little kids.
I almost feel like Studios is the answer to like Universal.
I agree. Yeah.
Like they're the most similar in that, I don't know, in like demographic, right?
Yeah.
Like people who like thrill rides and whatever. Disney, I don't actually count Disney as like a thrill ride park at all. I don't. Even like the stuff I won't ride, I feel like it's not very impressive from a thrill perspective.
Comparatively, correct.
Yeah, but Studios is probably the closest we get to that.
I agree. I'm just
So,
yeah. I don't know. I've just been thinking about that. I mean, we're still going to go with him, obviously.
of
It's just-
course.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways.
he'll love the Snope in the Frozen sing along.
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah, he will live for the Snope. So
Yeah, and he better live for Mickey and Minnie's runway or rail, whatever.
yeah, obviously. Is there a height requirement on that? I feel like it does throw you around a little bit.
Oh, is there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to because it does have the bar, but
Right, it has the bar, but like, I mean, Alien Swirling Saucers definitely has a height requirement.
you're right. I guess I more research.
Yeah, I don't know. Things we never thought about before, right?
Exactly.
I've always been tall enough to ride both rides. So,
Same.
yeah.
Oh man. All right. I think we went over our time again.
Whatever happens.
Hope
Let us
everybody
know your thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah,
We are here for the hot takes. So give us all the hot takes.
fun getting everybody's opinions on these.
I agree. And like reflecting back on the Epcot stuff was hilarious with people because like overall, the biggest thing people were stands for was Soren.
Yeah.
Like
But also-
100% will stay.
There were some people that didn't know about the president's situation at Epcot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
clearly, well,
Yeah. That's gotta go. But also I hope it doesn't go. But
yeah.
yeah, just it's interesting to see like what people are like stands for.
I'm very curious about everybody's take on our take on Muppets because I do think there are some Muppet stands.
I actually am a Muppet stan. Like I love the Muppets, but
Right.
and I love the show. I think the show is hilarious. Like the two old guys get me every time. Like every time I'm laughing. And also Sam Eagle, a salute to all nations, but mostly America, gets me every
So
time.
good.
But you're right, it's dated and a lot could be updated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Let us know what you think.
and see you next week for Animal Kingdom.
The best part.
All righty. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.